crazy one in the costume. Wayne Delancey's killer. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I do so like it when the little bug crawls willingly into the spider's webs.
You have taken your last life, villain.
You stole my line.
When I thought we were getting along. I'm gonna run some diagnostics while you're tinkering. Take your time.
Oh, now it's on. What the fuck was that?
Yes, we are.
Disappearing, huh?
You got guts. Bothering anybody now?
Something out there. I don't think we're alone. Then. I can lug for you. Protect something more precious. Looks clear.
Out there somewhere.
Someone's coming.
Be to the death.
Come out sooner or later.
There. You don't have to do this.
Let me in. Edward Deegan asked me to come here.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
This is private property.
Come on. Let's go meet the boss.
What is this place?
Better to let Jack answer that. Come on. Jack, the new guy is here.
One moment. I just have to...
He'll be right with us.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
What is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, with Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat.
This place is more a museum than a home.
Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
Are you talking about aliens? UFOs and little green men?
No. That's all popular hysteria. I doubt any of it has any basis in fact. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
You think aliens created human civilization?
Well, maybe they should come back. Give it another shot.
Yes, if by alien you mean a non-human precursor to the commonly understood founding cultures. Sumer, Egypt, Assyria. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization. The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell him what I need him to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending him to look for the missing shipment?
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
What was all that about?
Don't worry about it for now. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
For starters, what's this package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs it for his research. That's all you need to know. You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
I have some questions.
Shoot.
Why does Jack have people guarding an old insane asylum?
I don't mind you asking questions. As long as you don't mind me not answering them. If it was important to what I was asking you to do, I'd tell you. In this case, it isn't. Are we good here?
What's this missing package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs you all set then.
How did this package go missing?
The courier got there and picked up the package just fine, but never got back here. Could be simple bad luck, or it could be a deliberate ambush. That's why I'm sending you. It's important that you recover the missing package. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Okay. They're expecting you over at Parsons, so you'd better get going.
Good to see you again.
Hey.
What?
I was intrigued by your theory about an ancient alien civilization.
Actually, it was my father's theory. Now proven beyond doubt, although only to me, unfortunately. There aren't many archaeology journals publishing these days.
You have proof.
Enough to satisfy me. He only made a single expedition to the Lost City, but he brought back enough to show beyond a doubt that the city he found wasn't made by or for human beings. Millennia older than the earliest human civilizations, but with technology that seems to have surpassed our own. And yet, everything about it is strange, disturbing geometries, tools not made for human hands, carvings that hint at dimensions beyond our own.
What was your father's theory?
He believed that all of the earliest human civilizations shared some common parent that was unknown to history. Think of Atlantis. The myth of an advanced civilization destroyed by a cataclysm is shared by many widely separated ancient cultures. Eventually, he found what he was looking for. A lost city, buried beneath the sands of the empty quarter of the Arabian desert.
You said your father found a lost city?
Yes, he spent years looking, and was widely ridiculed by the so-called experts. I'm ashamed to say even I doubted him. But in the end, he found it. A lost city, buried in the sands of the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter of Arabia.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right.
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my research there. That's all you need to know.
The more I know, the better I'll be at my job.
Well, I suppose that may be true. My father is confined in Parsons. For his own safety and everyone else's. He became dangerously unstable after handling an ancient artifact he found in Arabia. I've spent my life trying to figure out how to cure him. Any more questions?
How'd your father manage to travel to Arabia with the world blown to hell?
Ah, well, that was before the war, when he was a young man.
Come on. The war was 200 years ago.
You know your history. Most people don't grasp how long ago the war really was. One of the effects of my father's illness was a slowing or arresting of the aging process. So, yes, he is well over 200 years old, as you suspected. Was there anything else?
Quite a place you've got here. Amazing that it survived the war.
Thank you. I try not to take it for granted. We were definitely more fortunate than most. It hasn't been easy keeping it up to pre-war standards, but we do what we can. Any more questions?
I've got to get going.
All right.
What is it?
Nothing else.
Then you have a job to do.
Ah, hello.
I feel bad tracking my muck through this place.
caravan or raider?
Bunker Hill. What it lacks in personality, it
What?
makes up
I
for in
said
dreaming.
caravan or raider.
No
Which
wonder
are
it's
you?
Such a success.
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
Somebody went to a lot of effort to keep folks out of here.
Market's the white building with all the fancy
Hell
columns.
of a view from this thing.
Always someone doing trading there.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, I'm Meg. You new to the hill? For 10 caps, I can give you the tour. Nobody knows a place like me.
What's in the tour?
All sorts of things. Get a jump on the other traders. Come on, it's just 10 caps.
Any chance I can get it for free?
What? Even I can afford 10 lousy caps.
Sure, I'll take the tour.
Caps up front. Thank you. The market's in the back, bar's in the corner, and the outhouse is over the wall. Bye.
Excuse me.
That a Pip Boy? I haven't seen one of those in forever. Caravans ain't exactly the get-to-know-you type. Less heartache that way.
Look, I'm trying to relax. Been on the road a long time.
Hey.
Huh. Haven't seen you before. If you need a doctor, let's get you examined.
So, you're a doctor?
Veterinarian, actually. And don't give me that look. Bones get set the same way whether you got 2 or 4 of them. So let's talk about you and what kind of help you need.
You're a veterinarian?
I'm an old caravan girl, okay? You learn to take care of the animals, or you don't have a caravan for very long. Then you get ambushed, a couple of friends and family start bleeding out on the floor, and you learn how to patch a few wounds. You learn triage, too. Satisfied? Now let's talk about what you need patched up.
Any news out there, doctor?
Been out of the loop. Lots of sick and injured taking up my time. Now if you need treatment, let me know.
Patch me up, doc.
Tell me your symptoms.
I've been laying off chems and booze lately.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
No other complaints.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
Hey there.
Hey, no offense, but you ain't caravan folk. Beat it.
I'm half tempted to join the railroad with all this shit. I don't know. People gotta do something, Dad.
When did you start to care about sense? Hey, you. Talk some sense into my numbskull son. Getting involved with the railroad is just trouble.
What's the railroad?
The freedom fighters, willing to risk their lives for synths. And that means they fight the Institute. Only ones that do.
What? You think that's noble or some bullshit? That just makes them idiots. No son of mine is going to throw his life away with those lunatics.
It's always good to help people.
I have no problem helping people. Since, though?
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rot gut. At least the railroad's fighting the Institute. And why not save synths?
Might as well go off and join the Deathclaw Preservation Society.
What did the Institute do to you?
Ah, Gary. He is, well, was one of Crickett's hired guns. He hits the road and comes back to find his wife missing.
Yeah, so the Institute kidnaps people. I'm not saying I like it, but the world's a dangerous place. It's not your job to save it. And dealing with the railroad, the Institute. Might as well put a bullet in your own damned skull. It'll just save you time.
I wouldn't mind getting some service here.
Where are my manners? If you want a drink, talk to me. Need a bed? Well, hit up Numbskull over there.
Need a roof over your head? Only place in town.
This some kind of motel?
I prefer the term flop house, but don't tell my pa that. Gets him mad. When caravans pull into town, they need a place to sleep, so we rent out all the beds we can. So did you want one?
Not today.
Might want to hit pa for a drink before you go.
Hi.
Don't be shy. You don't order fast, we won't have much booze left.
You own this place?
Technically, everything is owned by all the caravan companies that come through here. We pool the money together and split it up. But as far as serving drinks goes, this bar is all mine.
Which caravans come through here?
Pretty much all of them. All the ones I know about anyway. Takes a certain kind of person to brave the Commonwealth trade routes. Don't know what started first, the Bunker Hill settlement or the caravans. But they're practically one and the same nowadays. Either way, folks need drinks, so I opened up this bar here. Lots of alcohol on tap for you.
What's your opinion of Bunker Hill?
Honestly, kind of amazed we've lasted this long. We're always one broken deal away from complete disaster. But something keeps this place in one piece. Maybe the old spirits are looking out for us, huh? Hey, let's get some liquor in you before you start asking about God knows what next.
You have any work?
Well, there is one thing.
Dad, you're not gonna send him on that same wild goose chase.
Hey, he brought it up, not me. As I was saying, before us Savaldis started slinging rotgut for thirsty caravan hands, we came from a line of Minutemen. My grandpa, Brent Savaldi, was the last. He died fighting raiders just outside Malden. If you could find any of his personal effects, well, it'd mean the world to me.
Any idea where he might have fallen?
Somewhere northeast of Malden. That's where they found the bodies of the rest of his squad. The raiders tore them apart, mutilated the bodies. Once, the Minutemen held their own against the Institute. But in the end, even raiders were too much for them.
I'll find your grandpa.
Just be careful, all right? I don't want any more deaths on my conscience.
What the hell is that thing doing here?
Not what your parents used to say to you?
Bingo.
can probably put the gun away. I think we're safe here.
My armor saved many a wastelander.
What kind of stuff do you have?
I sell armor for Old Man Stockton's outfit, based out of Bunker Hill. Been selling armor to smart wastelanders for years. The dumb ones walk away empty-handed, but they don't stay dumb long, if you catch my meaning.
Let's see what you got.
Got plenty of stock. Take your pick.
Hey.
Load a little heavy there? I'll buy anything you don't need, and sell everything you do.
This your store?
Yeah, you got it. Caravans come through here. I buy whatever they don't want, fix it up, and sell the good stuff to the next caravan. But hey, no reason I can't sell to a drifter like you. Caps are caps.
What's your opinion of Bunker Hill?
Well, it's nice enough. Grew up with the caravans, so I feel right at home here. Don't like how we have to pay raiders protection money, but that's the cost of doing business in the middle of everywhere. Speaking of which, I got a lot of useful supplies here that need a home. Look at them, so lonely.
You give raiders protection money?
Yep. Surprised Mayor Kessler managed to pull that off, but she's convinced him that Bunker Hill is worth more alive than dead. I hate that we don't stand up to him, but what can we do? We're caravan folk, not an army.
Anything new in the store?
Same old, same old. Take a look for yourself.
You have any paying work?
Yeah, I have something. It ain't easy, though. Caravanners just love swapping tall tales. But I've heard one story enough times, there's gotta be some truth to it. Apparently, the Northern Road goes straight through an old military training yard that's just crawling with a horde of feral ghouls. And that's cutting into my bottom line. So you take care of that, and maybe I can throw a few caps your way.
How many ghouls we talking about?
Who knows? The number keeps growing the more drinks the caravan hands down at the way station. No matter how many of them there are, they're scaring away caravans and customers alike.
I'm not doing the job for chump change.
Everyone comes into the hill thinking they can pull one over on me. I'm thinking 150 caps is more than fair. Take it or leave it.
I'll take care of your feral problem.
Great. If you want to stock up first, you never know when one of my knickknacks will keep you alive.
Excuse me.
I fixed up most of what's here myself, so it's all guaranteed. Unless you need to return it.
Let's see what you have.
See something you like, buy it. My stock moves fast.
I'm Stockton. You've heard of Old Man Stockton, yes?
Stockton.
I run 3 caravans that travel throughout the Commonwealth.
Scanning. Scanning. Accessing pre-war records. Record found. 108th Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Ahoy there. 'Tis Providence, a member of the Congressional Army, is delivered to us in our hour of need.
I was in the Army, but what's the Congressional Army?
Standing orders, sir. Proclamation 3. All members of the U.S. Army are hereby members of the Congressional Army. The captain requests your presence on the bridge. At the Double Creek, sir. Soldier, enemies lie in wait.
Maintaining present course. At current speed, we will arrive at destination in undefined hours.
This is the captain speaking. We're taking on an allied soldier. Clear the berth. Disable defenses. Make way. Midshipmen, stand down. Stand down, I say. This soldier is a guest on our vessel. Please afford him all appropriate courtesies.
All is well. Unidentified. Intruder. Intruder.
Mr. First Mate, this is the captain. This soldier is no intruder.
Requesting permission to use lethal force.
Whoa, whoa, easy there.
Let's be civilized about this. No need for blood.
Unable to comply.
Stand down. That's an order. And for God's sake, use the accent.
I, Captain, standing down.
Tis an honor to crew such a storied vessel.
I don't know what I find more disturbing. The fact that there's a ship... Someone was expecting trouble. Well,
Maintaining present course.
Hey, Captain.
I'll have none of your lip, Mr. Navigator. Have the crow's nest scan 2 points off the port bow. Jump to it.
Aye, Captain.
Our soldier has arrived. I trust the First Mate didn't give you too hard a time. Been too long since we've seen the Congressional Army.
First Mate, Congressional Army? Why are you talking like that?
This is the pride of our Navy, the USS Constitution. As her commander, it is my privilege to enforce a certain measure of decorum amongst my crew.
Why are you even here, on this ship? It's ancient.
This vessel has more than once been the seat of our great nation's naval power. Is it not fitting she don this mantle again?
And you're in charge here? What?
As ordained by the chain of command, the links of which start with our most august admirals and plummet to the lowliest of sentry-mods. After all our brothers in arms perished, I reluctantly assumed command.
Your lookout told me to come up here. Why?
I confess, we need your assistance. You visit this fine vessel in trying times. It called these long years on her airy perch. Damn you, Weatherby Savings and Loan! I spit at you.
How did it even get up here?
it does rather defy logic.
A harrowing tale of that there can be no doubt. Or I should say, I assume it is. I came upon her as she is, atop the Sargasso Sea of rubble and misfortune. What vexes me most is my inability to assist in the war effort. My gun decks have naught but morats and ne'er-do-wells as targets. Enough pleasantries. The Constitution has systems that need repairs to carry out its mission.
If I help you, I expect part of the payment up front.
For your services, you will get your fair share of the prize money at the end of the voyage, the same as the rest of the crew. I consider this matter resolved. Consult with the bosun and Mr. Navigator. They will relay your instructions. Dismissed. Look lively, lads. Scavengers approach. Soldier, man the cannons. Kill them only as a last resort. A few warning shots usually suffice to scare them.
Hey, Captain.
If the scavengers keep seeking folly and destruction, I will reluctantly oblige them.
Your very presence does this humble unit a great honor. My programming would find it amiss if I did not also interject. Long live the captain!
You certainly have pep.
Much obliged for the compliment. But on to the mission of the day. Our last marine expedition valiantly returned with much-needed supplies, including replacement power cables, sir. Alas, with my severe lack of appendages, I find myself unequal to the task of repairing the cables myself.
Can't someone else repair it?
The rest of this crew is programmed for more martial pursuits, and they are, dare I say, useless in this endeavor. Oh, were I hale and hearty, but fate is a cruel mistress.
How'd you lose your arms?
They were stolen from me in their prime, with a full 2 centuries left on their warranty. The scavenger scum blasted them off me as I valiantly defended our ship systems. But the ship surgeon is still with us.
The ship had a surgeon? What happened to him?
Sadly, he is no longer with us. Another casualty in our thrice-cursed war with the scavengers. His passing is a terrible loss. Look around. The captain's vision brought us here, but it was the surgeon who rebuilt the Constitution. Now it falls to us to carry on his work. Once you have resolved this matter, I beseech you, to return to me, to accept my undying gratitude. Defending the Constitution. Defending the Constitution. All is well. Warning, overdue for maintenance.
Hey, Bosun.
Our courses through the Constitution's veins. Again! Her systems, long starved, flicker to life. A hearty congratulations. Huzzah! However, this has brought to light further failures in our power grid. The power relay, to my shame, I previously complained about, is fluctuating wildly.
Why are you ashamed of that?
Bad for morale, sir. There were dark times. But I made all manner of baseless complaints against the captain. The manner in which his ship is run, and the plausibility of our sacred mission. But now, I see the error of my ways. With your help, perhaps I can atone. Power relay coils are a common enough part. Might I recommend checking the local shopkeepers? Surely, they would be of some assistance. Fair winds and following seas. All is well. Power flows far and steady. I would applaud you, but alas, I cannot, due to my lack of clapping instruments. But huzzah, sir, huzzah!
So no more problems with the power?
Area 1. It flows like a veritable torrent through our cables. If I may say so, the surgeon would be proud. I require no further assistance. But our Mr. Navigator is also beset by troubles. Scuttle buddies, our guidance system is on her last legs. If you've not already, speak to him. Fare thee well.
I don't know what I find more disturbing. The fact that there's a ship lodged in that... Somebody went to a lot of effort to keep folks out of here.
Warning, overdue for maintenance.
So long as you're carrying
well. Patrolling. Defending the Constitution.
Ahoy, soldier! Scavenger threat eliminated. Damage assessment will commence after this unit has completed scheduled duties.
Why did the scavengers attack?
Scavengers have attacked ship 17 times. Destroyed 13% of ship's systems. Stole 5% of ship's store. Logic error. Captain's orders authorize scavenger termination only if necessary to preserve the ship.
You robots do a good job of defending your ship.
Proclamation 1.
Defend the Constitution by any means necessary.
Guidance system offline. Multiple errors diagnosed. First error. Guidance chip stolen. This unit requires its return.
Who stole your guidance chip?
Guidance chip is one entry on the list of stolen items. Reclaim chip at Scavenger's forward recon station. Captain has approved a bounty for its return.
Lethal force is prohibited unless absolutely necessary.
Aft dinghy unlocked and available for your use, sir.
Mr. Navigator.
Maintaining present course.
I don't know what I find more disturbing. The fact that there's a ship lodged in that building, or that there's still a ship lodged in that building.
Beware, soldier. Enemies lie in wait.
Don't shoot! Those assholes didn't attack the ship on our orders. They weren't trying to frag ya anyhow. They just wanted to kill the frickin' robots.
So they were scavengers, but not with you.
Well, they were kinda with us. I mean, we're not really used to working together. It's not like anyone is in charge. But we do have an agreement. Everyone works together, gets an equal share. When you waltzed aboard the ship, those assholes just kinda lost it. They broke our agreement and paid for it. How did you get aboard anyway? We thought you were gonna get cratered for sure.
Does it really matter how I got aboard?
Fine, don't tell me. But you gotta look inside, right? All that salvage, the real motherlode, just waiting to be stripped and sold.
Is all the junk inside really that valuable?
Well, yeah, we could keep Diamond City in parts for months with all them gizmos. We'd never have to scrounge in the gutter again. So you talked with a tin can. What'd he have to say?
What do you think he said?
No freaking clue. The only talking we ever did to that rust bucket was him yelling at us about keel hauling and crap like that, while his robots tried to murder us. So, what did he say?
Ironside says you stole a guidance chip. He wants it back.
His guidance chip, right. You know what he needs it for? His rockets. The huge goddamn rockets on the side of his boat. He's nuts.
Rockets? Why is he building rockets?
Who knows? Maybe a bomb. Maybe he'll launch himself into space. Who cares? It's valuable as hell. That's what matters. Screw that robot and come work with us. There's dozens more of us nearby. It's only a matter of time before we come out on top.
I'm not splitting my share with him.
You holding out on us, Davies? You got some magical way in there? This guy's got a free ticket aboard, so shut up. Help us destroy that frickin' tin can once and for all.
No deal. I'm with Ironsides.
So you can keep your grubby mitts to yourself.
Then screw you, asshole. You're lucky we don't gun you down.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Is something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Why do you ask?
I just had a hard go with the transition myself. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving? I think we ought to talk.
What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, no, nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. A local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Hey.
I'll see what I can do.
Wait there.
I'll stay put.
Come on.
Good plan.
Hey.
Go on.
Hey.
What's the plan?
I don't have time for the likes of you.
Need something? Talk to Mandy.
If you're here for work, you're too late.
Hi.
Yeah?
Hi.
You try jumping our claim, and the boat'll crater you.
Try not to sever anything you might miss.
Once we get on that ship, we're set for life.
Need something? Talk to Mandy. Payday is coming.
You try jumping our claim, and the boat'll crater you.
I don't have time for the likes of you.
Soon we'll
Payday better
own
be coming
that
soon.
ship, and you, asshole, won't get nothing.
Hey, Mandy.
If you got any brains, leave.
Once we get on that ship, we're set for life.
Yeah?
The detective's life isn't an easy one, but it rarely lacks for excitement.
What are you looking at? Those scavers are under our protection. What the? Where you... Damn. Get up! Get up!
disturbing. The fact that there's a ship lodged in that building.
Hey, Navigator.
Ahoy, soldier. Chip recovered. Dispensing bounty. Diagnostics report. 1 error remaining. Guidance radar's transmitter is not functional. Requires replacement.
What's wrong with the transmitter?
Diagnostic inconclusive. No functioning Mr. Handy's available for detailed analysis. Acquire Poseidon radar transmitter at specified map coordinates. Further bounty will be dispensed upon completion, sir.
Hey, Navigator.
Ahoy, soldier. Guidance system fully functioning. Bounty dispensed. It is required you commence dialogue with the captain, sir.
Hey, Captain.
You've been of service to our nobleness. Despite ample provocation, I had hoped the guidance chip could be recovered without violence to the scavengers. And now they plot retaliation.
Why did you want me to spare the scavengers?
I confess they are a blight upon my existence. Those scallywags killed many of my marines. We're down to a skeleton crew due to that filth. But they are citizens of the Commonwealth. Citizens we're pledged to protect against foreign incursion. Which is not without its irony. I find I must reward your considerable efforts with a final labor. We stand but a hair's breadth away from embarking on our sacred mission.
So now can you tell me what's going on?
Complete this task and I will gladly relate our mission. Until then, silence, vigilance. The ship requires turbo pump bearings from a nearby factory. It will undoubtedly be a dangerous mission, but I have faith you will succeed.
Hey there.
We're in some real trouble here. I hope you can help.
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble. Maybe you can help?
What do you need?
It's these damn greenskins, the super mutants. Whenever they come through, we just have to run away or hide. They take everything they can eat and destroy most everything else. And if they ever took us by surprise, we'd all be dead. We can't live like this. Please, you've got to help us.
Do you know where they're coming from?
We have a pretty good idea. I hope you can find them and wipe them out.
Protect something awful precious. Looks like the last time I got a checkup in here.
Hey.
I'll see what I can do.
Wait there.
I'll stay put. You want me to take a look at that terminal? You just say the word. Always that away with machines.
Through.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Come on.
Can do.
Hey, Valentine.
Anything I can help with?
Is everything all right between us?
What can I say? I like your style. You want to help people out here. That's the kind of person I want to travel with.
Your thoughts?
You'd be shocked how many folks I've managed to convince I'm just a really sick ghoul.
Your thoughts?
Keep your distance. Farrell's hit hard.
Your thoughts?
I got your back.
That was all I had.
Sure, sure. Inside, you got, can't tell if this was storage or trash. Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
Nice.
every scumbag in the country know our names. I'm gonna run some diagnostics while you're tinkering. Take your time. What's that? Sorry, folks, won't be chewing on us. Just when I thought we were getting along. Something else. Doesn't break a sweat. Not that it's an option. Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we? Well, at least she went down swinging.
Got it.
Some very bad people may be coming. It's not safe here.
Hi.
I don't know you. Just go away. Please, don't come any closer.
Hi.
I don't know you. Just go away.
Please, don't come any closer.
Someone should make use of it. They're gone far. won't be chewing on us. We'll be taking that. a detective's life isn't an easy one, but...
Hey.
There's something you need?
Hold position.
Yes,
Grab
I'll
that.
settle in then.
Heads up.
What's the plan?
Stay there.
I'll wait for your signal. Anything I can lug for you?
Heads up.
Go on.
Nick.
Do something for you?
Your thoughts?
The Commonwealth can take a real toll on you if you let it.
How are we doing, Nick?
Well, I like how you've been handling things lately, if that's what you mean.
That's all for now.
All right.
Look alive.
I'm all
Moving
yours.
out.
evil walks the streets of...
Another special update. No, it wasn't Bobby No-Nose who offed AJ and his goons. It was the Silver Shroud. See his calling card if you don't believe me. Now's our time, listeners. Justice is coming to Good Neighbor. You'll see. Another headliner. Hancock seeks a special meeting with our hero, the Silver Shroud. Whatever it's about, be careful, Shroud. We're all with you.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
This place is starting to look like a proper home, thanks to you.
Just looking to trade a little.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
I just need to trade gear with you.
Of course.
evil.